Welcome everyone. Today, well not today, it's tonight. That's how tired I am. No.
I've been slaving away.
That's a blooper. All right, ready? Here we go. I gotta thank Robin Williams. Okay. Welcome everyone. Tonight we are gathering for a multicultural.
Yeah.
Babe, why are you doing that when I'm doing intros?
I'm sorry. I was trying to remember.
Welcome to tonight's gathering where we discuss multicultural questions. Yes, it is a game, and we're going to have a lot of fun because we have Brazil in the house, and also we have South Africa in the house. And
also we have America, United States.
Yes. So let's get started.
You have some questions. We have no idea what's going to come up.
Mix it really good.
I'll give the first to you guys.
What was the hardest part about merging lifestyles?
The food.
Explain.
Can you elaborate, please?
She ate American food. I like African food. And I was kind of at the end point of American food because that's all I got served probably for that last 3 years. I didn't have any cultural food. My mother's cooking. My mom stopped cooking, so because I was married and my mom lived in another state.
Then what happened?
Miracles happened. And she all of a sudden became cultural African, and her food became the best.
It's very tasteful.
So what was like the type of American food she used to cook for you? And
When we first got married, like we pretty much eat chicken,
Pork.
and pork,
I
and
like
pasta, and now we eat everything.
I don't like pork either.
I don't eat pork. Yeah.
Everything that I used to cook, we don't even eat.
Why don't you like pork?
Like I ate it once a year, and if I went to somebody's house, my mom would say, eat it, even if we didn't eat it. Like she didn't cook pork. She never liked cooking bacon. My dad would maybe make bacon once in a while. Yeah, the first time she ever made a ham, she never made it. Actually, my brother-in-law made it. My mom never really made. We grew up very kosher. My mom is South African mixed, and she grew up very kosher. So very Arabic kind of food, Jewish kind of food, Middle Eastern, Indian. So
how long was the adjustment of stepping out of the American cooking?
Probably the first year was like rough, and then after that, that's when I started to cook more diverse.
I think it's like a miracle happened like a year after that. Like I think when like we had some guests over that stayed over, and she made the steak. She went to the store and she bought the most expensive steak, and
That was funny. So Naf would always buy the steak because he always knew what to look for in the cuts. And he also knew how to like figure out which was the best deal. And so I went and I was looking at it and it was like, oh, it was the cheapest price. And so I'm like, okay, this is the best steak. Well, here it was the most expensive because I picked like, I don't know, you probably explained it better. I picked like the highest weight per pound.
yeah,
Not knowing that it was the most expensive. Yeah.
yeah.
But hey, they liked it.
Yeah, everybody liked it, and everybody like, wow, this is one of the best steaks we've ever had. And
I can imagine.
the guy been all over the world, and he said this was one of the best steaks. And then she just started experimenting with spices that she learned from school, but it was stuff that I grew up on the regular with. So yeah.
I think that was the most interesting thing to me. I learned all these things when I was in college for holistic medicine. And then I was like, wow, like literally everything that is in his cultural eating and our culture of eating now, that's what I learned about in school. And so I think that was an easy transition for me because I was like, oh, I know all the health benefits of these. So like, let's just implement them. Let me learn like rapid fire as best as I can.
Make it a lifestyle.
To make it a lifestyle, exactly. So how about for you guys?
You don't
Well,
like
one interesting thing about
you don't like
food.
pork. I mean, you enjoy pork.
Yeah, especially on ramen. But one interesting thing is that when I met Chris, I realized that he would only eat in restaurants. Like there is no such thing as home cooked meals. it was just Chick-fil-A and what else?
Chick-fil-A. I was going to Olive Garden. I used to go to Wendy's and get a super, super large iced tea.
Yeah, so it was
With,
just this type of thing. So, and I grew up eating at home, Brazil, rice and beans every day with some sort of meat and salad. Yeah, so since we started dating, he would visit me and I would serve you some home cooked meals, and he really enjoyed that. Yeah, I also enjoy cultural cooking, so I don't cook only Brazilian food. I actually should learn more Brazilian dishes, but yeah, I think that was the biggest shift. I was already used to cooking. Yeah, and I'm still getting better. One thing that we actually do is we like to go to restaurants, and yeah, I'm always observing, taking pictures of the menus and like how can I implement something. And we
Yeah, she learns from the restaurants and
yeah,
brings it home.
we start doing whatever thing we're enjoying in restaurants, we just try to implement at home. What's something your cultures taught differently about marriage? The biggest
Yeah.
shift for me in thinking marriage was, not actually from culture, but from understanding it from a biblical perspective. That really was a thing that, yeah, because just from growing up and seeing, examples of marriage, I was just like not very interested in going that route. Like, oh, that doesn't work. People just hurt themselves. But yeah, I saw the beauty of it in how the Bible teaches about that. So the cultural aspect was not in it.
Kingdom culture.
What tradition did you adopt from your partner?
What?
Tradition
Oh,
did you
tradition.
adopt from your partner?
Tradition.
Yeah, generally, this is not necessarily a tradition, but generally Brazilians, the people have a joke of Brazilian time because Brazilians are very late, and if they have something like an event, like people, it's normal. Like it's normal to expect people to arrive 1 hour later, and they still find to show up 3 hours later. So, yeah. So I think I got a little better with, showing up. Just another thing. Oh, another thing that was present in the beginning of our relationship is that Chris, I could see that he is very straightforward in communication. He just likes to say as it is, to have conversations. If there is something wrong, let's just talk, not be. And for me, I think I was not so clear and confrontational. Like I would just talk about that like days after, and it's like, why are we talking about that now? Like let's. So yeah, I think a very practical approach to relationships. Would you agree?
Yeah, I feel now it came to my mind to elaborate more of what I'm talking about. Because sometimes I say something and she's like you need to elaborate more and to explain more in depth of what you're trying to say. So
I think that must be an American thing. You think? Because like I'm so short too.
Oh.
And you know what I'm saying? And so that's something I've learned also, to be more elaborative in speaking. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that is that Brazilians, they're very physical. They love physical touch. They love hugging and kissing. Like even family, like we're very warm in the way we treat each other, and especially in romantic relationships, Brazilians love to kiss. And Chris, like he's like I needed to teach him, like just like, because for me it was the normal thing of like just like hug more, like be more close. So sometimes I would just remind him of that, like, hey, can you do that?
What's your
do
thought?
you concur?
Concur.
Conquer. Should we go to the concur and conquer?
Concur.
Should we go to the next
Yeah.
the next question? Okay.
I love the gold bowl.
Thank you.
It's a nice one.
Okay. You want to pick one? Shake it up.
Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it like a Polaroid. Just kidding. How has being in a cross-cultural relationship affected your parenting?
We answer that.
We answered
So, how has being in a cross-cultural relationship affected your parenting?
that. Wow. I think with Anna, and I think with Subi at first, we're both were more. I stepped back a little bit because you weren't, especially for Anna, you weren't used to the heavy discipline and the reward system. I do like a little bit about the American culture is the freedom they give their kids, and I got a lot of freedom.
Independence a little bit.
Yeah, and the independence. I got a lot of freedom. My mom gave me extreme freedom, but extremely disciplined. I was two extremes. I wasn't in the middle. And so my mom would be open, where in America, I think, especially Christian families or people who have religious belief, what they do is they hide you and shelter. My parents never did that. My parents said, hey, this is drugs, this is sex, this is violence, they never hid anything from me. They said, this is the real world. Be around me, let's show you where most parents, even me, I'm still a little more safer than my parents were with me guarding that, which most people will say that's wrong. You shouldn't raise your kids in that. But that kept me from doing bad stuff. They never scared me with, my mom never really scared me with saying, hey, you can go to hell, you're gonna do this. It wasn't like that. It was like, they showed me like, hey, this is the world, you wanna be a part of it? I'm like, definitely not. And so it created this reward system in me. Like, hey, if I focus on not good works out of trying to be religious, but good works out of trying to be a better person and being disciplined. It's more like discipline, practicing the discipline. So to me, that's something that was a cultural shock to me.
Yeah. But I enjoy your, like, the South African way of raising children, because like that's what we decided with Anna, like, and to teach the framework of you have your own discipline. Everyone in life has their own ability to make choices, and either you can use your own discipline or someone else will come and discipline you. The consequences,
Yeah,
life,
life.
accidents, bad choices, there's results for that. And so that's a framework that I really appreciated, because I think in American culture, or like it's more like fear-based. Like
In which
there's,
way?
like in the sense of like you're like growing up, I would cry before I would, like, if I made a mistake, or like I strove towards perfectionism. Rather than being like, wait, if it's because I made that choice that I get disciplined. It almost creates, I don't want to say like a victimized person, but it's kind of like almost formulating that type of archetype of an individual. Are you raising children that recognize that by their choices there's outcomes? Are you raising children that avoid being known that they made those decisions so they don't get punished? So I think that's, Naftali's parents showed him everything in real form. He was in counseling sessions with drug addicts while his dad was counseling people. He grew up and seen all these things,
Harsh realities.
and because he's seen someone else make a bad choice, and Nav got to see the discipline that they had to endure because of the choice that they made, And so I think that's really powerful, seeing that dynamic of him growing up. It's like, okay, how can we do that more for our children and really empower them that they hold the choice of what they decide to do, and that there are rewards and consequences, based on the choices that they make. So I think that is definitely, one thing, my takeaway from cross-cultural parenting.
That's awesome.
So how does Brazilian culture raising a children differ from, your American perspective?
I would say what comes to mind is things in the American culture that I actually appreciate and I want to bring into that I didn't see in my Brazilian upbringing. One of them is that in Brazil, most parents keep their children way too long in their house. Like they just, there is no such thing of like you're 16, go drive, you're 18, like go find your place to live and start life, start working. So I stayed up to almost my late 20s living with my parents. And I see many people here in America like helping their children get that step ahead in being independent. So I really appreciate that, and I see how the kids have no shame of getting jobs in serving in restaurants and or fast food or whatever, getting started with jobs. And I think in Brazil they protect, especially middle class, they protect a lot their children too. Oh, you're not gonna do like those type of jobs. I just want you to go to college, and then after you're done with college, you might find an amazing, very important job. But that's not even the reality because it's difficult to break into the those high-paying jobs. So I think the sooner you start working, the best, to just build character, independency, learn how to navigate money. And another thing that I really appreciate about the American culture is the homeschooling system, because in Brazil it's something that is not legalized and even in some ways persecuted. Some parents, like some people, how do I say, they denounce parents that are doing homeschooling, and then they take them to court and challenge their ability to stay with their children. It's like not something that happens in every case, but there are cases like that. So yeah, just seeing how it was a completely unknown thing to me, and when I saw so many people homeschooling, how that really points the children to learn real life skills that they're gonna need and spend more time with their parents and families. That's something that I really enjoy. Yeah. And you probably don't know much about Brazilian raising up.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna get my jacket. I'm cold. I'll be back.
Who has the stronger seasoning opinions?
Seasoning, like who use more seasonings?
You mean seasoning opinions?
And probably meant to say options.
What is it?
That's probably options, you think? ChatGPT did this wrong.
Who has this?
Oh, it's pretty.
Do you have any seasoning
Seasoning.
opinions?
Yeah, I have a lot.
South Africans are really spicy.
Lots of
Yeah.
spicy. Endless. All of them.
In many different ways.
What's your favorite
Brazil
seasoning?
is garlic.
Huh?
Everything's about garlic.
Garlic. Yeah.
Yeah, garlic's
Lots
nice.
of garlic.
Let's try a different one. What's something your partner's culture healed or improved in your life?
Let's go for it.
What?
Say something nice
What's
about
something?
my culture.
What is something your partner's culture healed? To have a great time.
They know how to have a great time, right?
They know how to party. So
They're
I learned to party
joyful.
hard.
It's a party like every time we get together. Like people just show up to your house or you go
Yeah.
and have some coffee together in the afternoon. And they're just
Cafe.
always joyful.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a good time.
Yep.
I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think through my family you can see an experience of a family that is just very warm and like like just have a great time and party a lot and hug a lot and because I see he really bonded with my uncles, my cousins, and he calls my father like he calls him father, like pai.
Not pizza
he would go
pie.
play pool with my uncle and my father almost every day. And yeah, in
That was
Brazil.
fun.
So
One.
Oh, they whooped me.
my father is very good. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you can have a different side of a family experience.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys? That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Read it again.
What's something your partner's culture healed or improved in your life?
Everything. Yeah.
I think American culture talks a little bit more about trauma. I think a lot of it is, some of it is spiritual, but I think my culture in Africa, no matter whether they're Christian or another religion, they strongly believe everything is spiritual. So I think it is spiritual for the most part, and I agree with that. But there is some part of it that is saying, hey, meditation, reading the Word of God, speaking to the right people, finding the solution to fix that problem, especially in the financial arena, I think has really opened my mind in the American culture. Yeah, and you said
Everything about your culture has healed me.
a lot. Yeah, sorry, we got a
Whether
lot.
it be food, spirituality, yeah, family, just everything is very well rounded from your culture. Yeah, which is my culture.
Our culture.
Our culture.
Yeah, it became right.
Some-
More culture.
An emergence.
What is one thing that surprised you when you experienced your spouse's culture?
I have one thing that comes to mind.
I do too.
Okay. Okay, one that I can think is holidays, because in Brazil, when there is a holiday, especially Christmas, everything starts like late, like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., sometimes 10 p.m. And then they finish partying around 2 a.m. or something. So they really go like late in the night. They don't have the time to finish things. Like some people linger as long as they want to. And when I went to your mom's house and to have the holidays, it would just be like nice, but like just few hours, you go, you chat a little bit, you eat, and then I don't know, by 7 p.m. you're done or something, 7, 8 p.m. you're done. So yeah, that's a big difference. What about you?
What inspired me, right?
Shocked you.
Well, something that shocked you in
Oh,
my
something
culture.
shocked me. Oh, when I was watching a Brazilian soap opera in it was like the dentist's office.
It was hilarious. He went to have an X-ray. We were in Brazil, and they had a TV, and they're playing this Brazilian TV shows. But it's like the soap opera. It's like it's something that it's not like seasons, like episodes, but it's like a daily story that is just nothing really happens. They just add a little, like they show the daily life of the actors, and then they're very dramatic.
Oh, that was
So the
very
woman was
dramatic.
screaming. And
She was
stuff.
screaming, running in the woods, and then I don't know. It looked
Yeah. So
crazy.
yeah,
That's
it's
what
very
really
different
shocked
than
me.
American TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they talk about Trump a lot in Brazil.
Oh yeah, yeah. They show a lot of
Yeah.
news from the USA.
A lot of news in the USA.
What food from your culture completely won your partner over?
Pão de queijo. That's cheese bread. It's like a cheese bread like this. And açaí.
Açaí. Yeah.
Mhm. And mangoes from the tree of Brazil.
Yes.
That was really good.
And the dulce de leite in Brazil, he really likes it.
Oh yeah, they had white puccinos. It was dulce de leche inside the cappuccino. It was so good. I got it almost every day.
It's funny because when we visited Brazil, he found some spots that sell the food that he likes, and he would go almost every day. So he became almost friends with the business owners or people that worked there. Everybody knew him.
You know what I
From the
did?
coffee shop, he said, like, I never saw someone buy that many times this drink.
Why Pacinos? You know what I did? The acai place. They're Christians, and I got to talk to them, and they liked when I was talking Portuguese and saying Jesus and Jesus te ama, like Jesus loves you and stuff, or Gloria Deus, glory to God. And then they, I was like, yeah, I do photography. Well, I did a dance video there too, but I do photography, so I did photography of them making the drinks. Well, they made the drink, the acai drink, and then no, they didn't do bowls. It was just like in a cup, and then I took pictures, and then I just did it to get free acai. So they didn't even pay me, and they wanted me to do more and more and more and more and more, like hours. I'm like, bro, an hour is up. I just want my acai, and I want to go. But you know what they did? It wasn't just acai, okay? It had peanut butter in the acai. Yeah, it was chocolate, everything. It was the white powder, the milk powder. It was amazing. It was a whole mix, and I did a whole hour of taking photos so I can get my acai.
Yeah.
Food for payment.
How much is it in dollars?
How much is it? I think it was like
In dollars, let me see. I'd say like $8.
yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted to help them too. I mean, I was testing out one of my lenses.
The question of like a food that won you over.
Yeah.
Oh, and salpicón.
Yeah, it's interesting because some aspects of American culture, they are present in Brazil. For example, the hamburgers and things like that. But what was interesting for me in the USA, living in the USA, was not actually the American food, but just there are so many cultures here and immigrants from different places. So I was able to try amazing food made by
Indian
natives
food.
from, like Indian food, Thai food.
Oh yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, Vietnamese. So, yeah, the drinks, the Taiwanese drinks. So that's what I mostly enjoyed living here, experiencing food from all over the world.
Yeah, jerk chicken. What is that? Jamaican, right?
Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican food. Oh.
Yeah, I think we both agree in it that we also like cultural.
Yeah,
food
and
from
Bethlehem
many different
has a lot of
places.
different types of cultures.
Try one now.
Oh, here.
This is a very nice bowl.
Those are the options.
Oh, wait, there's another question here.
Anyway, let me read it.
Are you gonna read one?
If your relationship had a signature dish, what would it be? If your relationship had a signature dish.
I mean, if it's going to restaurants, I'll say pad thai.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's at home, I'd say salpicón.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that?
Yeah, tell them what salpicón is. They don't
It's
know.
the Brazilian chicken salad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That
really
is very
good.
good with rice.
What about you?
What's your thoughts?
You should read her thoughts.
Biryani.
Lamb biryani.
Lamb biryani.
Yeah.
See?
Some curry on the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
And some paneer cheese and a green chutney sauce or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Lamb.
What's our lamb?
Biryani is just a part of our life.
Lamb and steak.
Yeah.
Lamb and beef.
You know what a
steak
lamb and
biryani.
steak is together? Lake.
Lake.
Okay, is there another question?
This is the last question.
What's something from your culture your partner didn't understand at first? I know of something you didn't understand. Me dancing random in the streets in
That's
New
not
York.
from the American culture.
No?
No.
Oh,
That's from Chris's culture.
That's with Chris' culture. Tipping is a very, very different thing because in Brazil there's no tipping culture. They already include a percentage when you go to restaurants, and it's I don't know if it's just going to restaurants or if it's a certain amount of people sitting, but yeah, there's definitely no tipping culture, so that's very different.
I think the tipping culture in America just makes you want to feel guilty. Like you see this 10, and you see the 15, and then you see the 20. And then I learned a little strategy that restaurants do. Some, if they're really like want money, they put the first one would be like 30% and then 20% and 10%. Because psychologically, you think you're going to hit the first one, it's going to be the less percent, but they put it the most. And then in Starbucks, they make you tip even before you get the drink. How do you give a tip before even getting the drink?
Another thing that I can remember is the
Right?
email culture. America has the email culture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they use a lot of text messages like in the phone also. In Brazil, the phone companies are very expensive, so people usually use more WhatsApp than text. And emails, yeah, it's just people use emails for everything here. And yeah, in Brazil it's like very formal, just very, very specific
Everything's
corporate
WhatsApp in
things, but
Brazil.
yeah, I got used to it.
WhatsApp.
What about you guys? Something that shocked you in each other's culture?
Not shocking. American culture, everything. Just kidding. I just kidding. No, I like the American culture. The movies are amazing. And the music is decent. What kind of?
I can't think of anything that was shocking.
What shocked you about South Africa?
I think it's definitely gonna be another level when you go there in person.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna leave us.
And then you come and visit.
Yes.
Yeah. 6 months in Brazil, 6 months in
Yes.
you go travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything on that question.
Culture shock.
I think for me it's just like the merging of the cultures. Yeah, that's clearly a culture shock. I think for anyone in a diverse relationship, you know. I think America, well, at least in my family's very quiet. You know, like couldn't even like walk heavy in the house, which I don't think, you know, I think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like your family's very vibrant.
Yeah.
You know, like
Except for my mom.
exuberant.
Chill.
Your mom's very quiet, yes, but I would say your like South African culture is just very, very
Loud.
vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to say loud. I was saying vibrant.
Vibrant, colorful,
Vibrant.
Colorful. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are much more vibrant.
Passionate storytellers.
like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's where we differ. Like I'm just very like and you can tell you're very good at storytelling. Your culture, like you guys thrive at storytelling. You know? So I think those are just differences. Like I think on my side, like more reserved. A little bit more passive. Yeah. Whereas you guys are like very forward, like in a good way. Yeah, and more vibrant in communicating and everything like that. And celebrations and you know, like when we always celebrate everybody's birthday and it's always very like half will go by out like 5 different cakes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a much different experience. Yeah. And hospitality too is another thing that I love
The hospitality.
about the South African culture. I think that's something I had to learn. I wouldn't say it was shocking, but I just had to learn how to do that. You know, because like South African culture is very hospitable. Whereas I think in America sometimes it's like, oh, we have our own houses. Like, you know, you can go get it. Like some people would like, oh, they'll go stay at a hotel, you know, rather than staying at somebody's house. Whereas it's like we always had people staying with us no matter what. you know. We had so many people live with us throughout the years, or stay with us when they're visiting. So I think that was, you know, something different between American and South African culture as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the take from this conversation is it's so enriching, and it's definitely a lot of learning and transformational to be with someone from another culture.
Yes.
I think it's a how do I say, exciting adventure and journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed to that.
Yeah, so that's the
Let's
even
do
couple
cheers.
talk about multicultural couples.
I would drink all,
Cheers with ice.
Cheers with ice.
drank all the drink. Tasteful, no alcohol.